Tonight we saw what was undoubtedly the most iconic final vows in MAFS history. But before we get into it, guys, MAFS is almost over. So if I've brought you even a little bit of entertainment this season, it would mean so much to me if you hit that follow button and we can do this for reunion and then work out what the hell we're doing with our lives. Also, I'll be doing tonight's episode in 3 parts so I can do it justice, and I promise to give you the performance of a lifetime. So Punchy Paul is waiting at final vows, telling producers, I am absolutely confident that Carina will forgive me. He sees Carina walking towards him and he's like, oh, wow. Okay, I guess I'll start. Carina, when I started this experiment, I knew that I was looking for someone to spend the rest of my life with. And when you walked down that aisle, I thought, oh shit, there's that girl that I ghosted. And I knew that I was ready to disappoint you again. We had some good times, but I'd like to just go forward and talk about the time that you disrespected me a lot because you had sex with that rapper, and I got very upset and violent and I punched the wall, but it was mostly because you disrespected me. And you actually decided to make this quite a big deal, but after that you forgave me. Then after that, I decided that I would talk shit about you to Athena. But it was because you are very judgy and like a little bit of snob. I'm still not sure of definition of that word, but you know, my English not so good. Then after that, you decided to make this a big deal again, but it's okay because you forgive me. Then came the final challenge. And although you are very hot, and I tell the boys that you're hot all the time, I thought that maybe there was someone hotter and I was curious. So I decided to date another woman and just cheat on you a little bit. And again, you made this very big deal, but I'm really standing before you today, hoping that you will forgive me like a good Christian girl and like all Catholic Christian girls will do, because that's what the Bible says. And if you don't, you're like sinning a little bit. Now I will speak some French and just hope that that smooth things over. French. Basically, what that translates to is lies. Carina said, that's sweet. Guess it's my turn. Punchy Paul, I came into this experiment hoping to find the love of my life, a trusting and loving relationship. When I saw you, there was an immediate spark and it really felt like we were a team. I thought nothing could come between us until I told you that I slept with a rapper. Your frustration got the better of you and you did something that I did not think was even possible. But after this disturbing act of unforgivable violence, I forgave you. Then after that, you decided to betray me again. You told Athena all of the awful, horrible things that I said about her sister. But I forgave you again, and I allowed our deeply problematic relationship to blossom. And blossom it did. But then came the final challenge, and you decided to literally cheat on me. This made me question whether you have the emotional maturity for a long-term relationship and made me wonder who I've been living with for the last 3 months. Paul, we are all human. We all make mistakes, and as a Christian, I've been taught to forgive. I can't ignore the good times where you made me feel loved and told me I was hot. However, I promised myself that the man I marry will be a man that I can trust completely. You were given a test and you failed. Punchy Paul, I cannot be with someone who makes me feel like I'm not good enough. I can't look at you the same way. You had me. I was yours, but you ruined it. And now you're gonna have to live with that for the rest of your life. Paul starts crying, ugly crying, a lot, because he thought that she was gonna forgive him again. But guess what, Paul? This sweet little Christian girl is a bad bitch, and she doesn't take no shit from some Geordie Shore, Steve Jobs, punchy, Paulie loser. He literally starts saying, but, I thought you would forgive me. Our queen was ice cold. She was like, I thought you knew me, and that doesn't fly with me. Then Punchy Paul, fugly crying, says, but do you think that you could ever forgive me? Like, ever in the future? Like, maybe we could just, like, forget about it? Carina was like, ew. No, Paul, she's not forgiving you. She's got the ick because you're a fugly crier. You wear turtlenecks, paired with no socks. It should be criminal. You need to be locked up. Carina then walked off looking fabulous, and Paul continued punching out tears like they were walls. Afterwards, Paul said, I hope that she regrets it, and if she does, I will be waiting here like a loser for her. Sorry, buddy, she's got the ick, and I can confidently say that there is no coming back from that. Slay. If you love my reviews, hit that follow button because this is part 1 of part 3, and this performance is heading for an Oscar, baby. See you in part 2.